The following live stream may include adult language and themes. How could we know for sure? Hasn't happened yet. Anyway, viewer discretion is advised. Why do you never look at me? Also, I literally press the button as soon as I say, here we go.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got distracted by my own phone. I wasn't supposed to be jamming tonight. I
That's
am
true.
tired. So
That's true.
we need
But
like
here you
bigger
are.
signals, but here we are. So something a little bit different. You know, your regularly scheduled program could not be put into programming
Because people need
because of
AC in
life.
101
And
degree weather.
life is hard and it gets in the way sometimes. But because we're adaptable, flexible, dynamic individuals, we decided that we were just going to jump back into Ascensia this week. Our session last week, if you missed it, we're building up to a confrontation of sorts, and we're all a little eager to get to it. I am, of course, joined by three of my favorite people to play D&D with, Katie, James, and Meg. How are you three feeling?
Good.
I don't know that eager is the right word.
We are.
Man.
Dreading.
We're eager to watch it.
You're eager. Don't pretend. Don't even pretend.
I am of the opinion that eagerness can come in a lot of different flavors. So
Trepidation.
Yes.
Sure. This is a trepidatious feeling. I sure am looking forward to it. Well, if you missed it last week, Drix and Vigo kind of ironed out a little bit of the bumps. Not saying they're best friends, but there is a concerted interest in the buddy cop drama comedy starring Vigo and Drix. So they did make a little bit of headway.
I'm pretty sure the words
Drix,
besties was thrown out.
I'm pretty sure the word besties was thrown out, despite the fact that Drix does not know what that word means. He just said it because
he was trying to sell it.
Said. He was trying to sell it. Anywho, Drix called for Dimitra and Odessa, a magical means of conveyance known as the Book-a-Bug, to whisk them off to the Dark Market. And Drix told Dimitra and Odessa that he needed to borrow Vigo for a little bit for some quote-unquote guy time. That turns out was not true because Vigo has been summoned by his former handler, we'll say, Diretes from the Shrouded, and he is en route to that meeting now. Odessa and Dimitra made it to the Dark Market. They learned a little bit about Strexus, another neighboring nation, being real pissed off, claiming that Titanfell has tampered with the mire and it has caused some kind of disruption in trade. Now there is some sort of trade dispute and talk of war. On the Book-a-Bug, Dimitra and Odessa found a flyer for a Fae shop in the Dark Market, a fortune teller and collector of curios that we were headed towards, but not before Dimitra ran a few errands and got a little drunk. So that's where we pick up. But because we finished mostly with Odessa and Dimitra, I figured we would start on the outskirts of North Vale
Jumping into the juicy stuff.
On an abandoned farmstead. I'll remind everybody and Vigo that as you passed the main path into town that led to the bridge that we all came down, we did see some plumes of smoke coming out of the North Vale region. We did make it somewhat of a determination that it didn't look like the whole town was on fire, but there was definitely some fires burning. Vigo did the committed thing though, and headed to his destination. He has arrived a little bit early.
How early?
Probably like an hour or two, maybe somewhere in there. What would you like to do? Welcome back in.
Well, the first thing is I'm gonna case the joint.
Okay.
And I want to see where is my ingress? Where is my egress? I just like those words.
I know.
They're good words.
Where would there be a good hiding spot, etc.? That's mostly what I'm like. Are there places where other people can hide?
Okay. Give me an investigation check. And you can do this with advantage because you have some time. There doesn't appear to be anybody here. I only have an interior image for the artwork, but the exterior is very much like you would expect an abandoned farmstead in North Carolina even. It's very overgrown, lots of ivy clinging to things, trees growing up
everywhere.
Yeah, Fey kudzu, whatever that's called. It's called Zukud, and it's purple. And it is growing everywhere. There is one intact building that seems, that the vines have only strengthened somehow. But other than that, it is really a abandoned, ruined farm.
I got a 14.
Okay. Outside, there's lots of places to hide. You see that in the immediate vicinity of the building itself, there is a collapsed well cover that could provide cover for someone. There is a stable that was once a part of the farmstead that's probably about 30 feet away that could also provide cover. As far as entry into the building itself, there's only one main door that isn't completely overgrown. There are 3 windows that the glass is out of them, and there are branches and vines growing through them, but someone could get through them fairly quickly. Are we going inside the building?
No.
Okay.
I would like to just can I take like a couple minutes to like clear away the growth from some of the windows?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
And then, because if I'm remembering correctly, Diretes never said whether or not we were meeting inside the farmhouse.
No, he did not give you any specifics, no.
Okay. I would like to go to that where the well cover is and sort of hide behind it. Okay. And then when there's about 10 minutes until our meeting is supposed to happen, I want to cast invisibility on myself.
Okay. We'll fast forward in time a little bit, and you will cast invisibility on yourself. Give me a perception check. I want to see how if you pick this up or not.
Okay.
Oh wait, it's nighttime now. I gotta put on some better ambiance, I think.
I got a 21.
21. That's pretty good. Let's do.
Get these good rolls out of the way early so that I can fail later.
Right. I don't know that I like that. Let's do. Yeah, with that 21, you absolutely see this happen. So you hear it at first. It sounds almost like a rushing of wind, maybe, with this slight whisper on the back end of it. And we'll say that this is probably something that you've heard before. This is something that Vigo has experienced before. And then off to the far side of the property, you can see a very minimal disturbance in the brush, and it moves very quickly along the ground. It looks at a distance, and in the dimming light, it is hard to see, but if you were to make a definitive statement about what you saw, it looks like a shadow is crawling across the ground, the shadow of a snake. It slithers across the ground. It slithers past you, and then it slides under the door into the main building.
I'm assuming I would recognize this as being the one and only.
Yes, I think that I'm not going to make you do any like history checks or anything. You know that Diretes is prone to shadow step.
Okay. I would like to, in a callback to a very early Vigo appearance, try and throw my voice such as that it sounds like I'm inside the farmhouse.
Okay. What do we think we should roll for this? I guess performance.
Well, before it was performance.
Yeah. Okay, performance. Sure, give me a performance.
Okay.
Did you get new headphones?
Me?
Yeah.
Like a couple months ago. I mean, a month ago. My old ones were falling apart. So.
Neither here nor there. He was rolling, so.
Okay. Hacha. That's a natural 20 plus a 13.
All right. Yeah, you throw your voice into the main house where the shadow just went?
Yes.
Okay, what are you saying?
I said, didn't expect you to be so punctual.
From the inside of the house, you see a light come on, as if someone has lit a lantern or a candle in one of the main rooms, and there is no response, other than the I guess you can take the light turning on as a response.
And I will, I'm not going to say anything until I get something from him. He clearly heard me.
After a few moments, the door opens up and two other Shrouded agents step out. Inside, if you were to try to see inside, you can see just the edge of Diretes' head, as if he's in another room, leaning back in a chair. And then he throws his voice. Not the same way, just gives a call out over his shoulder. Are you going to wait out there all night?
I think we both know I'm not foolish enough to put myself in a position where your goons can get their hands on me.
If I wanted my goons to get their hands on you, they'd have hands on you, Vigo. Now, I understand your trepidation. But even foes such as ourselves can extend each other the courtesy of eye contact. Come.
That would be more courtesy than you've extended me in the entire time I've known you.
Well, let's consider this turning over a new leaf, then. Come, sit. I promise what I have to share with you is very, very interesting.
Quite comfortable where I am. I hope you are.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
The thing I'm so good at. Oh, that's not too bad. 17.
That's pretty good.
But not good enough.
Well, no, he's like one of the big bads. So like,
right.
What do you want from me? You get this sort of gnawing feeling in the back of your head. We'll say that this is probably a tactic that was employed on the regular by the Shrouded, by Diretes. You feel a compulsion to stand up. Now, I'm not going to outright say that he forces you to walk inside, but you can feel something like pulling at you. If it would make you more comfortable, I'm happy to dismiss my cohorts.
It's only fair.
Slightly, not enough for me to ever trust you, but...
He leans it. They both kind of look in at him and then look at each other. They're wearing hoods and masks. You can't. He was often accompanied by such figures, and such figures were prominent in the shrouded sanctuaries. And then after a few minutes, they take a few steps away from the house, and then they just disappear into the jungle.
I'll try and sneak into one of the windows that I cleared away.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
Can I do that with advantage since I'm invisible?
You can. Why did my music stop playing?
That is a 29.
Yeah, you're able to sneak in just fine.
Okay. I'm gonna like post up in a corner of the room, but still try and make it so it sounds like I'm sitting in the chair across from him.
Okay.
Look, I don't want to actually lay eyes upon you, and I don't want you laying eyes upon me, but I've done you the favor of putting myself here to talk to you, so let's talk.
Well, I'm very proud of my Diretes artwork, so I am going to put it up on the screen whether Vigo chooses to see him or not.
I like that.
I would say that
I'm in there, so I can see him.
Okay. He is dressed very different than you have ever seen him dressed before. He was never one to really wear fancier clothes. He often would even deride you for your choice of wardrobe, thinking that it was not quite as utilitarian or tactical. But you can tell, as from the artwork, he is very well dressed in a custom tailored suit. He is wearing jewelry. He is smoking on some sort of cigarette and still leaned back on this chair very casually. So, how is life after the Shrouded, dear boy?
Well, I see at least I've had some impact on your taste. It's improved immeasurably.
I figured you would be a fan. New responsibilities, new roles require new wardrobes.
Yes, green was never my color. It always invoked jealousy or sickness. Hey, what you know about those, eh, old boy?
Oh, yes, indeed, Vigo, indeed. How are your friends?
You think we both know I don't really have any friends. I have acquaintances and people that I associate with, but friend is a strong word, wouldn't you say?
Oh, it's very cute that you're trying to deter me from targeting them. I do find that quality in you quite endearing. I assure you that I don't mean you or them any ill will or harm.
You understand I don't trust a single word you're saying, old bean.
Yes. I am willing to put your mind at ease. Unfortunately, you will have to grace me with your presence in order to do it, but let's not be too hasty. I'm wondering something, Vigo. Do you ever wonder why it is that I always came after you when you ran away?
I shudder at the thought of trying to get inside your mind, you depraved serpent. But please, you seem intent on telling me, so why don't you?
Make no mistake, I became frustrated with your stubbornness at first. Even more frustrated with the powers that be within the organization deeming you of such import that we could not treat you the same as we treated our other agents.
Yes, the scars you left would clearly demonstrate that.
Indeed. The reason that I always came after you, Vigo, was because after a while, Your unwillingness to do your job, your mercy, as you called it, became the closest thing that I had to ever really feeling anything. I enjoyed cleaning up your mistakes because it was so important to you not to make them. I became dependent on it to a certain extent. It was somewhat needful. You understand that I've been with the Shrouded a lot longer than you have, and any vestiges of sympathy, joy, pleasant feelings, those were stripped away from me a long time ago. But I found some sort of lurid satisfaction in taking those lives that you refused to. You became so dependable, too. But water under bridges, over dams, I have left that part of my life behind me and have my sights set on greener pastures, so to speak. I would like to make a bargain with you. That peace of mind that I know you are hungry for. I'm willing to give it to you, and more. All you have to do is give me your word that you and your diplomat friends, along with Golden Boy, will keep your noses out of the Shrouded's affairs.
Believe I could or would speak for Drix. I have no control over him, as you might very well imagine. He's, does his own thing, regardless of what other people think.
Yes, well, in that case, you just do well to ignore him if he comes calling.
Tell me this. Why are you here?
Why did I come here, or why am I staying here?
Why not both?
You're going to have to give a little if you want to get a little. Come and have a seat, Vigo.
I will tiptoe over and like pull out the chair and then scoot it back in, but not actually sit down in it.
All right, give me another stealth check.
I have a question while he's.
Okay, sure. Go for it.
I have a question while he's doing that. How long has it been since Vigo checked in? Has it been 2 or more hours?
He told you he was going to spread them out throughout the day, though.
I know he did. He did, but how long has it been?
It's probably been a little over 2 hours at this point.
But not 4 or 6.
No, not 4 or
3.
6.
It's not been enough time for you to worry. We'll say that.
That's what I'm asking Michael, not you.
We're gonna do it the fashion way. High or low?
There's a little more chaos in here if it makes sense to do so.
High or low?
Thanks. Need it.
Hi.
Yeah, it's been long enough. It's been a little over. It's been a little over.
Okay. So Dimitra, feeling concerned, is going to try and ring Vigo up first on the sending stone. And what does oh, it bleats like a goat.
It bleats like a goat.
She just wanted to give away your position in this exact moment.
It's the best. It's the best. All right.
She doesn't know what he's doing.
Yes, but
That's
Katie
true.
does, and that's why she brought it up.
Well, no, she's just checking it. Well, this is the first step, and then there's a next step for if she continues to get more worried. So
Promised me.
she did not promise. She specifically did not promise. You
Okay.
could go back and watch it. She said, "I'm not promising that."
Okay.
All right.
All right. So she's gonna send him a message. Hold on.
All right.
It has been a long time. I'm worried.
Are you dead?
It's 20 words, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I don't remember.
better not be dead, or I will kill you. Call me.
Okay.
Do you have a goat
So-
sound?
Yeah, I don't, but I could make goat sounds. So you come over. You're very sleek with your pulling the chair out, and
I'm gonna bother with the stealth roll
and
now.
and then all of a sudden, no. And Diretes,
My
is your
God.
is your girlfriend outside?
I'm sorry, my what?
That little hooved girl that fawns over you.
Is that a pun? Are you doing puns now?
Fawns
dear?
over-
No, there is no one here. I told you I would come alone. Just me.
Can I still? So does he know I'm not sitting in the chair now, or
I mean, do you answer the sending?
no?
Like,
But
okay.
But when
He
did
would
it?
still
When did
hear
it
it,
go
though.
off? Did it go off
So it would
after
be-
I like?
It would probably. I think in that time, yes, that's when it went off. Is when you pulled the chair out because I think.
Okay, so that actually helps because that would like make
Put
it seem
you
like
in
I
the
was
chair.
still right where the chair
Yeah.
is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There you
Sure.
go. Dimitra just helped you from afar.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll do the whole thing with the chair. Do you need me to still make a stealth roll?
I do want you to make a stealth roll, yeah, because you're in the room with him now.
I still have advantage.
No, not this time.
That's fair.
You're too close.
19.
There's a goat bleating in your pocket.
Yeah. Katie, could you share with the class how it is that snakes see, and how they
snakes-
how they sense the world around them?
It depends on the species of snake. If it's a pit viper, they have heat sensors. Most snakes feel vibrations. And many of them can see fine with their eyes, and they'll use that to like kind of pinpoint where their prey is.
Which one is Diretes?
I modeled him after a ball python, like a Burmese python.
Oh, so yeah, he doesn't do the infrared. He doesn't do heat.
He knows you're there. He may not know exactly where you are, but he knows you're there.
Fine.
You're not
I
getting
mean,
so.
yeah.
All right.
Clearly the chair didn't move by itself.
No,
But,
Right.
yeah.
yeah. Okay.
I don't know that he buys if you're sitting in the chair, but he knows you're in the room with him.
Okay. So I'll just be like, look.
Look, I'm sitting at the table with you. That should be enough. Why
I
are
got-
you here?
Oh, right. Sorry, I got
Sorry.
that
Yeah,
was
we got-
that was such a non sequitur.
Right.
It was ages ago.
Well, I took an individual contract chasing after Odessa's brother. That's what brought me here.
Oh.
What's keeping me here is I have hungered for just the opportunity to try things my own way. No handlers passing down edicts about which life to snuff out when and where. No doyens, no sanctuaries.
And what makes you think they're not going to hold you accountable for, pardon the pun, going rogue?
I have made some very good friends here, Vigo. I'll just leave it at that.
So
Now,
all you want me to do is leave you alone. And you'll leave me alone.
we will enter into a formal agreement. At that, he reaches down under his chair and pulls out, there's like a cloth that's covered something. And as he moves the cloth, he holds up, it's an anatomical heart that looks like it's made out of individual like brass and copper filaments and panels. It looks like this, almost like a sculpture, but almost like something kinetic to represent a heart. He holds it out over the table. Some assurance. Oh, right. He sets it down on the table. You probably don't know anything about my culture. Then again, I wasn't very forthcoming with the conversation, I guess. This is a heart coil. A totem belonging to a UNT god of binding. With it, you and I create a pact with one another that we will do no harm to each other. I cannot harm you, and you cannot harm me, and if either one of us were to violate said pact, well, it would spell the end for both of us.
I think you know well enough. I'm in no way interested in involving myself with deities of any stripe, so...
Oh, make no mistake, the deity doesn't have anything to do with it. It's the device itself.
Will not engage in any sort of religious ceremony, Diretes. If you want to agree to something, we can do it without engaging in mumbo-jumbo.
Oh, you'll forgive me if I don't trust you any more than you trust me. This is insurance for both of us, and I haven't told you all I have to tell you.
Have you not seen the lengths I've gone to be as far removed from you as possible? Don't want to be anywhere near you. Isn't that evidence enough of my desire to be out of your realm of influence?
I see this as the best vehicle to do that. Just think of it, Vigo. It's the best way that you can be certain to be rid of any threat that I pose.
I don't think I would ever be certain. I'm sure you'd find some loophole. That's what you do. At the end of the day, we can enter some sort of mutual non-aggression pact without your device. Or we can go on our merry way and continue to look over each other's shoulders. I'm happy to tell Drix about everything you're doing here. I don't know what he'll do about it, but I'm happy to share that information.
I'm sure you would be. Tell me, where are Dimitra and Odessa?
Not here.
No, I'm just curious if you're aware of which part of the Dark Market they're headed to.
Even if I knew, I wouldn't tell you.
My illusion there, Vigo, is that I do know where they are.
I'm sure you do, but you're not there. And I'm sure the two of them can handle anything that comes across their way that isn't you.
What about an agent of the Raven Queen?
Already handled one of them before.
This one is a bit different.
Please tell me you're not in league with her. Of all things, I don't know that I could handle a villain team-up.
No.
No Sinister Six here, guys.
Devious duo.
No such luck. But I am privy to a certain bit of information about one of her associates. Goes by the name Galen.
Oh, shit.
Galen what?
Meanwhile, I guess I can stop the
I have to
ruddy
talk now.
intrigue music. I mean, I could make it the Vigo and Diretes show all night, but I don't think that's what y'all came for.
No, it's not.
This app is vexing. Sorry. There we go. Meanwhile, in the dark market, Odessa and Dimitra were making their way to this Fae shop that they saw the advertisement with the satyr character on. Outside, I'll remind them that they saw posters for pugilists wanted to inquire at Fighter's Folly and a shop called the New You Emporium. In the errands that you all were running ahead of time, Dimitra did get a little bit inebriated, so you will be a little bit drunk during this encounter.
Also sold that bat wasp egg, and what did I get in return? Did you find out?
I did. I'm just trying to pull up my list. There it is. So you were traded an amber glass chrysalis.
Ooh.
I will tell you what it does, and then I will copy and paste this and send it to you in a message later.
Thank you.
It is a beautiful amber-like cocoon that glows faintly when held up to the light, said to contain a dormant glow silk moth, though it has never hatched. Its function is that it can be used 3 times, it has 3 charges, to emit an intense bioluminescent glow in a 30-foot radius for 6 hours. It can soothe creatures in that area. It gives you advantage on wisdom saving throws against said creatures. After its last expense, the cocoon will dull and be dead.
Very cool. So kind of like, I guess what, charm, I don't know. Never mind, you explain.
Like if you were in there and making like an animal handling check, or you would have advantage doing that. Any interacting with any hostile creatures specifically within that light, you would have advantage. All right, so
I have a question mechanically, not about that. Who is ahead in the timeline? Like, are we catching up to Vigo right now, or was that Vigo catching up to us?
I think that was probably Vigo catching up to you guys. But I'm gonna think that y'all were fairly close with from taking the Book of Bug to getting to this point, from him getting to North Vale. So I'll say that you're probably.
Well, yeah.
Close.
Now we're at the same time.
Yeah.
Like he just caught up to us. So
yeah.
Okay, cool. Great. So when we tune in, then Dimitri's like, I'm gonna use it. I think I should use it now, right? So I could see through his eyes and make sure he's okay, because he still hasn't answered.
Come on, but it has not been that long, and he told you he would need to spread it out because it was going to take more time than he thought. What if you blow his cover?
I think I'm going to blow his cover by looking through his eyes. If I was
Yes,
going
but
to
he
blow
will-
his cover, I would have done it already with the Sending Stone.
Okay, well, yes, you probably did that. But also, he asked you very nicely not to do that. And so...
But why? Why would he be so cagey like that? Why does it need to be a secret? Like, I should just be able to tune in and look. And if it's not a huge deal. If he's just having bro time.
He didn't
he's just
say
having
it
bro time
wasn't a
with
big
Drix.
deal.
If he's just having bro time with Drix, I'm sure it would be fine.
If he's having bro time with Drix or whatever he is doing, he asked you for privacy and you should respect that. How can he trust you if you don't?
you make a good point. If he hasn't answered in another 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 20 minutes, I'm going to do
1
it.
hour.
Ugh, no, 1 hour.
1 hour, then you can send him
He
another
could be
sending stone.
dead by then.
If he is dead, he is already dead.
But 30 minutes can make a whole difference.
How?
If he's bleeding out,
Yes,
like
and
he lost his arm so he can't reach his sending stone.
we could get there in time?
We could probably call help. 30 minutes. I'm not doing it immediately. I think 30 minutes is a good compromise.
It's only been a matter of hours, and he already checked in once. You need to give him
All right.
another hour.
Are we entering the shop? Are we having this conversation outside the shop?
No. There is never a need to stand still and talk. We can be browsing.
ABS, always be Sorkening.
Okay, so you walk in. It is a very large shop. There is a satyr of sorts behind the counter. There is off to one side is another like doorway with like beads hanging, like a beaded curtain kind of deal. You guys come in. Oh, good evening. Good evening. Welcome, welcome. Looking for anything in particular? Oh. Well, hello there, Whisperkin.
Hi, Whisperkin. There's not a whole lot of us around. It's nice to see another, especially not here in Eldaria.
Yes, yes. Come from North
I'm
Vale?
Dimitra. No, not
Ah.
North Vale. I'm Dimitra. What's your name?
I'm Grizz.
Hi, Grizz. That's a great name.
Thank you. And who is your very tall friend?
This is Odessa.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome.
She's not a satyr, but she's still cool.
Are
Thank
we looking for anything in particular this evening?
Well, I was actually really intrigued by the use of frillic on your signage.
Ah, yes. Well, one of my favorites as a child, as I'm sure you were also told the stories. My brother and I, we thought it was appropriate given the range of products and services that we offer.
Oh?
Yes.
How so?
Oh, well, all sorts of magical trinkets, things to make the mind and spirit real. And of course, the fortune teller.
Oh, that is interesting. What is your favorite of your magic trinkets that you sell?
Timely that your friend has come in at this point. My favorite, as he reaches up, and there are a few of these around the store, and he's got a
Do you
a
need my
stick.
help? Is that why?
No, he uses a stick. His stick, like those hooks that they give you when you work at in retail to get shit down. He uses that like his cane, kind of like that, to grab this lantern from the ceiling. And when he brings it down, it looks kind of like an animated, like fire person inside, like a figure made of a
Ooh.
flame, and it's kind of moving
Like a
around a little
Calcifer?
bit. Sort of, yes. It doesn't have eyes. You can't make out any features. It looks like it has arms and legs and a head. It also looks somewhat amorphous, like it changes. It doesn't retain that shape constantly. Yes. The fire sprite lanterns. Something about them just mesmerizing.
And why do you say it is timely based on my arrival?
You are brimming with primordial energies.
You can
You-
feel that?
Primordial energy?
He knocks on his horns. Yes, can feel the vibration. people moving through the world, making waves and wakes, that sort of thing.
That's a neat
You're
trick.
hot-blooded, they say.
Oh, you should check that and see.
I am
Why?
not a physician.
Fuck off.
It sounds problematic to be hot-blooded.
I'd rather be dealing with a hot-blooded creature right now. I'm just saying.
Funny.
Not my blood that's hot, just my halberd when I set it on
Singer.
fire.
Hmm. Well, can I help you with anything, ladies?
Why is that your favorite trinket?
I
does
just
it do?
enjoy the way the fire moves. It works very similarly. I don't, again, mechanics. It works very similarly to the cocoon that you have. It just has infinite uses, and it does the light in a bigger radius.
Yeah, how much?
Oh, 250.
Okay, I don't know how much money we have. I don't remember.
I don't know that we have that much to hand over willy-nilly for something that we've got something that does something very similar. They're very pretty though.
He
Yeah, no, we're
gestures
poor. We need to get paid
down the hall
for something.
to you, Dimitra. Perhaps the fortune teller will be more to your liking.
Hey, can she tell me how to get a fortune? Hey.
That is what we need right now.
Possibly.
I mean, we might as well, but I want you, when we come out, to tell me your second favorite trinket that you sell.
It's a deal.
Okay, come on, Odessa, let's go check it out.
Okay,
Please.
does it cost money though? Because we are poor.
Only one at a time.
Ow!
You understand the waves and wakes. Two people with such bearing. A bit overwhelming to the senses. Cloud one another's fortune.
But Odessa makes a good point. Is there a charge?
Well, I was the flyer. The flyer is like a free. It's
Admit
basically like
one.
hey, I have this flyer. I can get my
First
fortune
taste
read.
is free.
Yeah.
And if you need, I can put more of these flyers out, if that would help bring more people into your shop.
Perhaps we can discuss this venture.
And you've probably not heard of me, but I am a bard of some renown, and I would love to sing the praises of your shop in return for both of us getting to see the fortune teller.
You may both see the fortune teller, but one at a time.
Oh, I thought the poster meant only one of us could go in.
That's what I thought too.
Well, it is admit one, but why not?
When you admit me, you're really admitting like a dozen in the future.
We'll work out some sort of arrangement.
Okay. Would you like to go first, Odessa?
Sure.
All right, so you head back. It's a much darker room. What in the world? Sorry, I don't know why my thing got all messed up. So you head back. It's much, like I said, it's much darker, much dimmer. There is a table with the stereotypical, what you might expect, hooded figure. I guess I should probably stop the tavern sounds, right? Let's do something a little more.
I'm not even hearing them anymore, Michael, for what it's worth. Nope. Okay.
Yeah, I don't hear the sounds unless you're talking, Michael.
That's weird.
Now I'm hearing
Because Discord doesn't turn the mic on for you unless it detects you talking.
No, I have that disabled.
Oh.
I didn't hear any tavern
Nah.
sounds before, but I'm hearing the music now, for what it's worth.
Anyway, let's go. I have to go fight for money.
So yeah, you sit down at the table. This hooded figure is there. There's like it doesn't look like a crystal ball, but it looks like sort of like a crystal disc on the
Ooh.
table. Tell me, child, what is it you hope to learn here?
I want to learn how to become whole.
They pass their hands over the disc a few times, and you can kind of see like the flicker of little lights moving around in it. You can't quite make out any shapes or any forms, just these little spots of light. And the figure like leans back and forth. You are already well aware of what it takes to become whole. You must reconnect. You must forge a new path to those parts of yourself that you have severed. You cannot wait for them to make the first move. You have to be proactive in pursuing your oneness.
So I need to find my brother.
You said it, not me.
But how do I do that? He is a continent away.
I'm afraid that my sight only extends but so far.
Can you tell what will become of me if I don't?
They reach their hand out towards you. As your hand is, are you touching their hand, or are you just reaching, whatever?
I'm just presenting my hand, so if you were going for a grab, you can grab me, but I'm just like putting it out there because I'm not sure if that's what you want me to do or not.
They're not gonna grab you. So beneath your hands where the glass is, just very, very gradually starts to glow at the center, like it's getting
On the
hot.
disc?
Yeah, in the disc. And then that glowing radiates as if the disc is just gradually becoming increasingly hot, and it starts to smoke, and you can tell that it's burning down into the surface of the table. And then they bring their hand back, and it's back to normal.
Okay, so bad? Yeah?
That's a subjective opinion, but generally speaking, yeah.
Okay. I mean, is there anything else you can tell me that will help me achieve this wholeness?
What do you need to do to access the parts of yourself that you have severed?
Well,
Seek a part of your roots beneath the great fay tree, the artisan, the painter.
Oh, the painter in North Vale? I have to go talk to him some more? I did talk to him.
The figure sits back in their chair and just gestures you out.
Oh, okay, that's rude. Bye.
Gesundheit.
Your turn, Dimitra. Good luck.
No, how was it? Did you learn anything? Is it worth it?
No, I learned nothing that I did not already know.
Oh.
What are you shaking your head? I didn't. What?
Nothing.
Oh. I mean, is it worth me trying to strike a deal with this guy or with Grizz over here?
I feel like he already said yes. He already said you could go if you want to go. It just might be very vague,
Okay.
and now I am thinking that maybe it is a metaphor.
Oh, well, fortune tellers are always vague. That's just kind of the kitsch that goes along with the job description.
Then I'm sure you will have much more fun than I did.
Okay, in I go. Wish me luck. Oh, you already did.
Good,
So you
more luck.
pass
Hi,
through the beaded curtains,
I'm
and
Dimitra. What's your name?
as the curtains, the last beads that you walk through fall away from you, they actually clatter to the floor
Oh,
and burst into black feathers.
oh. Well, that's foreboding.
And then the table that was, you didn't see the table, so you don't know what the hell was in this room. Instead of a table and a fortune teller sitting there, there is another like rush of wind,
Well, shit.
and the Raven Queen is standing in front of you.
Well,
That's a good spot to go to our bathroom break. Look at the bow!
God damn it, Odessa!
Look
You
at
didn't warn me I was a fucking
the
Raven Queen.
Well,
Check it
she wasn't for
out.
me.
Dimitra doesn't know that.
Why would I have seen the Raven Queen and not tell you? That's so silly.
Exactly. I'm
I've-
betrayed.
I have so many disturbed crow noises.
They just sound like static and
Okay,
rain.
okay, we'll be back in 10.
We'll be back. Hi, welcome back, everybody. As is the custom in these parts, we hope you had a pleasant bathroom break. If you're just now joining us, where the hell have you been? How dare you? Before we left for the bathroom break, stuff was getting real. Vigo has been having a very tit-for-tat, cat-and-mouse kind of conversation with his old and pretty much evil handler, Diretes. And Odessa and Dimitra ventured into this Fey shop where they were going to go get their fortunes told. Odessa got a somewhat vague, lackluster fortune, but then when Dimitra entered to get her fortune told, the Raven Queen was lying in wait.
Rude.
Classic. Classic. Right? So, back in the abandoned farmstead, that's where we are, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
We're gonna have the nature noises around because I like them. Does that name mean something to you, Vigo?
Remind me the name again.
Really?
Galen.
Galen.
If there's a surname attached to it, then perhaps.
Remind me what the surname is. It is that name. It is that
oh,
name.
okay.
I couldn't. Can I have a
No,
reminder?
no. Galen's was I think it was Gildan Sky.
Oh, right.
Gildan Sky. Yeah, that's right. I knew it was something Sky, but then I was like, is it Sky? No, wait, that's too Star Warsy. So, Gildan Sky. The name really isn't what struck me. It was the face.
That man is dead.
That's interesting. Has anyone told him?
Well, not in so many words. Or any words.
What are you playing at?
I'm just curious why you have his face.
I have many faces, Diretes. You know this.
Yes. But an Eladrin in the service of the Raven Queen. And you're right, I do believe he's dead. But he is very much walking around.
That's
His business, I suppose. Would you prefer I walk around with a different face? A different voice? Perhaps I should walk around like this, eh, bruv? Talk a bit like you. Have a little bit of a forked tongue when I walk around. Would that make you happy?
I mean, it certainly has a charm about it.
Reasonable minds might disagree with that point.
Well, I just thought you would want to know that there is an Eladrin walking around with your face, at least most of the time. He wears a mask.
What do you hope to gain by all of this? This ridiculous play?
I have laid my hand. I'm not trying to pull some sort of fast one on you. I just need assurances, Vigo. That halberd that your friend carries burned down entire cities. And your little cloven-toed friend has a very pissed off eldritch being nipping at her heels. I do not want you and your meddlesome companions to interfere with my endeavors, particularly in the Dark Market. And I want assurances.
Well, if you tell me what your endeavors are, I'll ensure that we don't pay them any mind.
No, it doesn't work that way, Vigo.
And if they go about interfering in things that are yours and we don't know that they are, how are we to know what is your endeavor and what belongs to somebody else?
Oh, I think you know precisely what I mean when I say staying out of our endeavors. No falling into your old habits. The Dark Market is off limits to thieves. Trust me, it's for your own good.
I have no intention of interfering in your dark market. I want to have next to nothing to do with it.
Your intentions are meaningless when they are held sway by a headstrong satyr and a diplomatic firbolg who thinks she knows better than everyone.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry, Vigo. I know that you're not really calling the shots with your friends. It's not in your style. You said it yourself, I'm sure. Not a thing leadership about you. I want assurances that you're going to stay out of my affairs. That's all. And in return, you have absolution that I will bring no harm to you.
Vigo will drop the invisibility spell and look directly at Diretes and say, "Listen here, you vituperative viper. I want nothing to do with you. Absolutely nothing. And I will spend every waking moment staying as far away from you and whatever in the plains you intend to do as I possibly can. I don't want you to come near me. I don't want you to come near the people I know. And I will ensure that we stay as far away from you, whatever it is you want, as possible. We have business elsewhere that doesn't have anything to do with your dark market or Titanfell or anything else on this godforsaken continent that I would give most anything to be free from at this particular moment in time."
As he's listening to you speak, he reaches out and grabs that heart sculpture off the table and holds it out. I don't trust you any more than you trust me.
I'm not engaging in any sort of ritual or dealing with your device. You can trust me as much as I trust you.
Give me another wisdom saving throw.
18. Dice are in my favor this evening.
That's pretty good. Tie does go to the runner. You know something, Vigo? You haven't lost any of your tediousness, that's for sure. You should leave now. Goodbye.
Do we have a code?
Oh, absolutely not. I'm going to haunt you worse than those family members you still have nightmares about. And then in the next instant, he is gone in a puff of shadow, the likes of which causes the walls to rattle.
At that juncture, Vigo will pull out the sending stone. And
And I guess you hear the message.
yeah, and then I'll send a message back to Dimitra, which says, "Hello, friend. We have significant problems. I'm okay. Hope you are. Don't do anything stupid. Get out of the dark market." That would be 20 words.
I guess we will find an opportune moment for that message to play, because that's how yours works. Yours just plays.
I assume it's going to. No, I think mine doesn't mine cause like a little like stabbing pain or something?
Oh no, that's what the sending stone that Diretes gave you does.
There was something for mine. I don't remember what it was.
Oh no, we decided last time. It just talks like you, but even more affected. It sounds even more like you than you do. That was what we decided.
It's Vigo's real voice, actually.
Oh right, and then we couldn't determine what that actually was.
We don't know what that is.
We don't know what that is. Talks
so...
like Gomer Pyle.
Well, gosh.
Shazam!
Well, we gotta get back to the Titanfell.
That's actually really tragic if you can send your voice to anybody else, but you're the only one who can't hear it.
Oh boy, yeah. No, I think I've got enough tragedy.
Wait.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna like hot-foot it over to Titanfell to try and
No, don't do that. No.
Not Titanfell. I mean over to
Northvale.
Northvale to see if there's
Gotcha.
any sorry, I misspoke.
Okay.
Any way to swiftly get myself to Titanfell.
Okay, we will reconvene with you directly.
Don't do that. We're coming to
meanwhile-
you. It's fine. Stay put.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
Meanwhile,
I mean, that is the plan. We are meeting him in Northvale.
I don't think we decided that before he
No.
departed.
We did.
it was one or the other. You were like, either we'll come to you or you come to us. It was not
Depends
a
who finishes
definite-
first.
Yeah.
I was trying to say we will just meet you in Northvale because we all have to go to Northvale. What's the point in coming back to Titanfell? But you do what you want.
Don't worry about it.
To save you.
Well, now.
Yeah.
All right, so Dimitra, you have walked into the back room of this curio shop. Again, very dark, and standing before you in all her noir glory is the Raven Queen. She stares at you for a few moments. Pop it.
Dimitra just goes cold.
Have a seat, my dear. And she steps over to the table and sits. There's another chair there. She leans back in the chair and crosses her legs. Please.
Just kind of in shock, Dimitra sits.
You've gotten a little off the beaten path, Poppet.
Well, it's kind of hard to know what the beaten path is anymore.
Yes. I'll admit that is fair. I have obfuscated much, but I thought it proper, considering our history, all we've been through together, that I give you the opportunity to make good on our bargain while presenting the opportunity to clarify anything that you might be confused about, my dear.
Well, I'm receiving a whole lot of conflicting messages. Foremost of which is that you are not actually the Raven Queen.
Yes, by whose standard, I am curious. As far as you are concerned, I very much am the Raven Queen. And as far as any dissidents that disagree, well, their opinion hardly matters now, does it? I'm the one that gives you the power that you have. If I say I'm the Raven Queen, then I'm the Raven Queen, Dimitra.
It's not like it's just random crazy people on the street saying this.
Oh,
It's
I'm sure. Yes, yes. Some of the scholarly types lurking away in Northvale, right?
something like that.
No, yes, they're right. I am not the true Raven Queen, yes. But I am on my way. I've worked hard to gain the power that I have, and I am continuing to do so. But you, my dear, you're violating our contract. Now, I understand it is a tumultuous time emotionally, what with Vigo being back in your life and being in this strange place, that lizard person with all his doom and gloom. I can understand if you've been a little mixed up.
What happened to the real Raven Queen?
I've locked her away. It's for her own good, really. She was tampering with magic that was, quite frankly, beyond her scope. And then the whispering in her ear, well, it set her on a dark path.
The whispering in her ear?
Oh yes, this power comes from a faraway place. Some voice in the well, she would say. At any rate, the others in the Shadow Council agreed that her behavior was becoming too irrational, too erratic, too dangerous. So we collectively made the decision that a new Raven Queen was to be mantled, and I was all too happy to step up.
The Shadow Council?
Yes. Governance in the Shadowfell.
And what is the governance of the Shadowfell's definition of too dangerous, pray tell?
Well, you know all about those nasty tears, right? Of course you do. You and your mother fell victim to one. The council ruled that the old Raven Queen, Noctanamara, she was responsible, at least partially.
And how do they know that?
You'd have to talk to them, dear. At
Guess
any
not.
rate, it is no secret that she was using magic that she garnered from Grixon during the Great Conflict. And it is no secret that she led experimentations, doppelgangers.
So you're saying that Noctamara did the experiments on changelings creating doppelgangers, but I've been hearing that you were the one who was hunting down changelings.
I wouldn't do anything of the sort, darling. Now, there are loyalists to her old kingdom. I'm sure they're endeavoring to continue her works.
Why? You have been lying to me all this time about who you are and where you came from and your motives. Why should I believe you on any of this?
Honestly, darling, it doesn't really matter. We have a deal, and if you violate that deal, there will be consequences. Is that understood?
I do understand.
Have I not made good on my end of the bargain? I do not recall all of the truth being a part of our arrangement. Where I come from is of no concern to you. Who I was, who she was, are of no concern to you.
What is of concern to me is if you have been hurting my friend and his family.
I can honestly say that I have not harmed your friend or his family.
But have the people in your employ been doing so?
Not to my knowledge. We are engaged in a conflict. Our attention is very focused.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. You're telling me one thing, and I have been hearing completely other things. So now I don't know who to believe.
Generally, the person who supplies you with the power that I supply you with.
I understand that, but if you or any of your compatriots were involved in hurting my friend and his family, then I can't, that something has to change. So I have to know if that's true or not. And I need some sort of, I need to be convinced.
She stands up, and you can feel this kind of pressure in the room. The shadows in the corners of, the edges of things kind of grow a little bit. You remember in Lord of the Rings, Baggins, whenever the room gets all shadowy and weird, kind of like that. You can kind of feel this pressure building up as she stands. And she seems a bit bigger than she was when she sat down, and she looks down at you. The only thing that I owe you, Dimitra, is the power that I promised in our original contract. She reaches her hand out, and it stops just ahead of your face, and she twists and pulls back, and you get this feeling like a piece of your breast has kind of been pulled out. That is the first. There will be a total of 3. When it dawns on you what I have just taken, perhaps you will be more inclined to agree to our arrangement. One of my agents is en route. You are to deliver the Book of Dusk. Do not disappoint me, Dimitra.
Raven Queen?
You have such great potential. I'd hate to see it squandered.
If you can't promise me that you and your ilk, your compatriots, are not responsible for the pain of my friend and the loss of his family, then I don't want anything to do with you.
You wish to break our contract.
If that is what has to happen.
She continues to kind of grow. Well, you can't actually tell now if she's growing or if you're shrinking. The proportions of the room are starting to distort. You can feel that it's just getting darker and darker. Not like the lights are going out. It's just like the room itself is becoming darkness. And she looks down at you, and the only thing that is not diminishing is the red in her eyes. And she grins really, really eerily. Probably a little bigger than necessary or possible even for a elven figure. What makes you think I would let you do that? And then she snaps her finger. I'm gonna roll a d20. I'm going to give you a choice of 3 things. Okay?
Okay.
Your first year of Bard College,
Oh, fuck.
the first year of your time in the material plane with your mom, or the first year that you started working with Drix and the Fey refugees.
Not Bard College. I'm gonna go Drix and the Fey refugees.
Those memories are gone. So whatever happened in that time, if that's when you first met Drix, you do not remember meeting Drix. You do not remember helping the refugees. You do not recall any of that time. That's also might potentially be when you met Odessa. So you need to sort that out for you. I'll let you sort that out for yourself.
Yeah.
But that
Can't remember if
period
that
of
was before or after.
that period of time
Okay.
just melts.
Doesn't matter because we have lots of memories since then, so you forget how we
You're
met.
not
I
in the
will
scene.
remind
You're
you.
not in, you're not in the scene. Stop.
I got you, girl. Okay. Do I realize that immediately, or
I think you, yeah, give me a perception check. Let's see how well you can perceive what is happening.
this is my first dice roll of the evening? That's a crit fail. That's a one.
God, wow. I feel like, I mean,
I roll one dice this entire night, and it's a one.
that's pretty amazing. I feel like
I haven't rolled anything, so.
you don't necessarily. I think you're aware of what's happening, but once it's
I
happened,
feel some
it's-
psychic pain, maybe,
Yeah.
but I don't know what.
and then once it's happened, it's just like it's gone.
And then a very
Okay.
fancy voice comes from your pocket.
Oh yeah, I guess probably
Does she-
timing wise.
Does she disappear, or is?
Oh yeah,
After she
she
snaps?
after she snaps, like the blackness sort of collapses into feathers, and then the room returns to normal. That's two things that she has done to you.
And I don't know
You're
what
not,
the other one
you
was.
do not know what the other one is yet.
I don't know what either one is, technically.
Technically, yeah.
Womp womp.
All right.
So, I guess what happens first? I walk out of the tent, or Vigo's monologue starts?
Vigo's monologue can start. I think that timing, and there's just like a eerie couple of seconds of silence, and then Vigo's voice loud as shit.
I jump out of
Like,
my skin.
Jumps, yeah, like probably, yeah. Fool of a took.
I'm gonna walk out of the tent, Odessa, and you're just gonna see that Dimitra is just pale.
Yes, she
And
seems to have lost
Clearly
some color.
shocked.
What's up?
That was the Raven Queen.
The
You,
real one?
Grizz.
Hmm?
Did you know your fortune teller was the Raven Queen? The Raven
Fortune
fucking
teller?
Queen, Grizz.
I don't have a fortune teller. What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Make an
pretty
insight
sure
check.
it's
He's not
right here
lying.
on this flyer. Can we pull out the flyer, please?
Flyer's gone.
You do not get to gaslight me.
I'm
All right.
sorry?
I think it's time to go. Let's go find the fighting.
Okay. I think I need to lie down, or a drink. I need a drink. I need a stiff drink.
Do you have your They
Yes, but I also need to just like sit for a second. That was just
okay, sure.
Odessa. That was a lot.
What
But
happened?
just
We're walking and talking. I'm imagining
Yes.
Odessa's literally just dragging her out.
Yes.
She literally said she needed to sit down.
oh, that's true too. But we're finding a place for her to sit.
Okay.
Okay.
We need to walk and talk, Michael.
Oh no, I don't
Um,
do what you want. Do what you want. I'm just curious. That's been unclear in the past.
Yeah, let's find a alley or something that we can sit in.
Sure. Yeah. Right around the corner.
I walked in and it was the Raven Queen that I know was there, and she told me a bunch of things that didn't make any sense. Tried to tell me that it was the original Raven Queen who was doing all those experiments on changelings. And then we heard, right, that something about her, the Raven Queen, being responsible for all of these things that were perpetrated against the changelings, including all of Vigo's family, right?
Right.
And she refused to say either way if she was involved in that, which I think shows some kind of guilt or involvement if she can't just say that she didn't actually do it, right? And then oh my god, I actually stood up to her, Odessa,
Good for you.
and I told her I didn't want anything to do with her.
So, are you not a warlock anymore?
No, she told me that she was not going to let me.
I have a question before we continue. Did you drink something?
I'm going to drink something now. Well, in a minute, I will.
Okay.
I will drink something fortifying.
Tell me when
I
you
will.
do.
I will let you know when. And what? Sorry, what did I just say? You totally threw me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What did I just say, Meg?
That she won't let you break your contract.
Yes. And then she took something from me, and I don't know what it is, and I'm scared to find out. And she's gonna reach into her bag and pull out her flask and take a good long drink, fortifying drink.
Whenever you take the drink, you can't taste it.
No. She gave Dimitra COVID.
Dimitra's gonna like look at the flask again.
Yeah. It doesn't even, I'm not even going to say like it tastes like water, because I feel like even water, your drink like it, right? Like this tastes like water.
Yeah.
This doesn't taste like anything.
She's gonna try to drink it again, and then slowly put it down, and then she's gonna open up her bag and start digging around for the pastries that she packed up for breakfast that morning, and she's gonna pull one out and she's gonna sniff it. Can she still smell it?
Yeah, you can smell it.
She's gonna take a bite.
You can't taste it.
She's gonna burst into tears.
What just happened?
I can't. It doesn't taste. This tastes like nothing. She's gonna like throw it down and pick up another pastry and throw it down and pick up another one, and it's just
Yeah. all of it.
nothing.
We will fix it.
I don't. She's just like got her like hands like smushed into it, into the pastries. I don't know that you can. I don't know.
Oh, I didn't say I would fix it, but we will find somebody who can fix it.
And she's just in shock. Just tears.
You know, you have such
she's
a
just staring
powerful
silently.
imagination. Can you still smell? You can still smell or no?
Yeah.
So for now, focus really hard on the beautiful smells. You have a wonderful palate. Rely on your memory of what it tastes like just until we can get this fixed.
Yeah, no response.
You know what would cheer you up? A trip to our old buddy Trego. Let's go. You don't want to
She
see
will-
Trego? Yeah?
You don't get any response, but she will allow you to lead her away.
Okay, here we go. That's good. One step and then another step.
Odessa, give me a perception check.
Well, that was terrible. I'm very focused on Dimitra and not letting her fall down. That's an 11.
Yeah. Okay. So Vigo, back to you. You head into Northvale. When you cross the bridge, it's that little what do you call the foyer of a town? Where like the entry courtyard was that you guys first came in. There are several buildings that have been on fire. They are not currently raging infernos, but there are people still in the process of putting out fires. The courts, the little circle there that had lots of stalls in it where people were vendors, little like carts and things, they have also all been burned, and people are sort of collecting refuse and trying to fix things, and it's very bustly in the immediate area.
I'm gonna run up to the first person I see that looks like they may know something, anything.
Okay.
The first
There's a guy there. Yeah, there's a guy there who's like keeps making a trip to a well that's not too, or to one of the fountains there in the center of town, filling up a bucket of water and running back and.
Yes. Hello, sir. How are you?
A bit frazzled at the moment.
Yes, I understand. I see that there are concerns going on here, and my heartfelt condolences to you and all the members of Northvale for the. Look, the point is there anyone around that could possibly send me back to Titanfell very quickly? Is it possible?
He kind of glances past you. Well, the coach isn't here now, but they should be
I'm faster than a coach.
faster than a coach.
Yes.
Well,
I've not got time for a fast train.
One of the farmers on the outskirts of town has some striders. They're probably a little bit faster.
Like portal magic of any kind, any strong wizards, anything like that.
I mean, the observatory. There's some wizards that work up there, I guess, and you'd have to go up to the Highfell district to find any like proper mages, I guess. I've heard tell that Thalion over at the Vale dabbles in a bit of the arcane, but I'm not sure he could teleport you anywhere.
And so, would he maybe know someone who could?
Potentially, you'd have to ask him.
All right, where is he exactly?
At the tavern down the way.
Oh wait, is
Tavern,
Thalion the barkeeper? Okay, great. I'm gonna run over there. I'm gonna sprint in that direction.
Okay, before you disappear from the guy, hey, just be careful, right? There's talk of changelings about.
Of course there are. There's always talk of changelings about, aren't there?
He goes back to.
Source of everyone's problems, always.
Thalian's tavern is untouched, it seems. Either that or he has employed some very good magic to make it appear so. It is not very, there aren't any people inside though. He's in the bottom area, the bar area.
And I'll dash in and be like, Thalian! Ah, my good fellow! Yes, yes, good news. To you, there's no good news. I don't know what I'm saying. Let me try and get through to you in a way I can. I'm a bit frazzled. Do you know anyone that could teleport me back to Titanfell? Is it possible?
Oh, that's a little short notice, Vigo.
I understand, yes. It's an emergency of some import.
Well, it's not going to be cheap.
I will do whatever I need to do to make it happen.
Are you gonna sell your coat?
No, not. All right, listen. Even I have limits.
Right. Give me a few moments, and he pops around the corner. We're gonna do this back and forth because we're coming in on the 0 hour. So back in the Dark Market, failed perception check. You're headed down this thoroughfare. I will assume that you ask about Fighter's Folly, the shop that was mentioned on the sign. You're headed that way, and then I'm gonna do one more chance. Give me another perception check.
That was better. That's a 22.
Much better.
Yeah.
Just a touch.
No, I have a +9, so it was a 13 on the die, and it was a 2 last time.
22 is still good.
Yeah,
If you had failed, you would have been startled by this, but since you did not fail,
I am never startled.
Thrago actually just kind of appears behind the two of you. He comes walking up and gets right in between the two of you, and puts their arms around each of your shoulders. Oh, what are you two doing in my neck of the woods? Listen, keep moving. You're being followed, loves. Right this way. And he leads you around you have arrived at the Fighter's Folly, but he leads you around the side alley towards the back of the building.
Beautiful.
You are whisked inside. It's kind of it has like a tavern kind of vibe to it. This area that you're in, lots of stonework and some tables and things. There doesn't appear to be anybody around in this particular area, but this building is larger than just this room. You would get maybe the impression that this is kind of a green room, maybe, or a prep room, something to that effect. Thrago closes the door behind you, sort of peeking as he draws the shutters, these like wooden slat shutters. Seriously though, what are you doing in my neck of the woods? It's so lovely to see the both of you. You're not dead. That's lovely.
Not yet, anyway. Did you not tell us to come visit?
Dimitra, love, what's the matter? You're not your chipper self.
I might as well be dead. Thanks.
Oh, that's a bit morose, but I can work with that. What's got morbid in your song? No? Right. Who was that? Did you know you were being followed? Somebody was following you.
Who was following us?
Couldn't see the face, wearing a hood and a mask. Didn't like the hair, though. Creepy vibes.
Like Shrouded vibes?
Well, I guess not explicitly, but also not explicitly. I don't really know. They're assassins, right? I would imagine that an assassin would have such bearing, but who's to say? Where is your dapper-dressed friend?
Best not to mention him too loudly if the Shrouded are about.
Oh, right.
He is on a mission of his own, but we are here to make some money. You promised me a fight.
I did. Are you interested in becoming a pugilist?
At least for a night, I am. We need some coin in the bank. And then also any information you might have on the Shadowfell plane. I don't know if you know anyone, you have any of your contacts. I know that the Shadowfell has a presence here. Anything you could tell us about them or how they operate or anything like that. Or anybody you know who might want to, I don't know, accompany us on a mission into the Shadowfell would also be cool.
You know, I might fancy slaying a Shadowfell beastie or two. Never
We'd
been
be
myself.
happy to have you. I'm sure Vigo would love it.
I do know of one person. They, something of a soldier of fortune, so to speak.
We haven't had the best of luck with fortunes today, so say more.
Well, they happen to have a very, intimate connection to said fell shadows, if you catch my drift.
What kind of connection?
Well, I don't know this for certain, but I did hear tell that she is I believe it's pronounced Shadar Kai, type of Shadowfell elves.
Oh, so she is from that plane.
Again, I've not heard it from her lips, but I am suspicious of said happenstance.
Do you think that she would be game for a noble mission? We're here to earn money. We definitely can't offer any for her help. But it is for a very good cause. There's some people being experimented on, and there's some interplanar, like something is happening.
You don't need to twist my arm. Yeah, she's involved with some sort of underground movement up in North Vale, like the Fey City up above Titanfell. Yeah, she has an altruistic bone or two. I might be able to facilitate some sort of partnership. Yeah, might take some doing to find her. I don't exactly know my way around down there, but we do have a guild contact in North Vale. Particular nasties live in the old ruins under the city. If you're to believe the residents of North Vale, a couple of denizens of the Shadowfell, actually.
Who live where? I'm sorry?
In the ruins beneath North Vale.
Yes, we have just come from North Vale and we are going back there. Yes, in preparation. Do you have a way to send word to her to ask her to meet us, or is our only bet to find this guild contact? Do you have a name?
I'll tell you what. I will send a word down the pipe. Get the right nose sniffing.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, point me to the fighting.
If you guys look at Dimitra, by the way, you'll see that she's going through her bag and she's like pulling out each of her snacks, sniffing it, sighing, and setting them to the side.
Maybe pour some more alcohol down her throat, because even if she can't taste it, she will get drunk. So...
That's a bizarre ritual, but who am I to judge? Right this way, and he leads you downstairs in true, underground fight club fashion. The fighting ring is in the basement. We will have to engage in said fighting next time, if we, or maybe I can be persuaded to play-by-play it and pick up afterward. But I feel like we're right up against the timer, so that's what we're going to call it this week.
Damn it, Alien, just get me there.
Yeah,
we don't need you. We're on our way. It's fine.
I need to talk. I have many important things to say, and
great. You can say them when we are in North Vale with you.
No. Like, I literally gave a warning to get out of the dark market. You're just like, let's hang out.
It's true. Also, I did not hear that
Yeah,
warning
that's
because
true.
Dimitra was still in the fortune teller room and she lost the ability to tell me anything of importance. So
I am aware. Well, James is aware. Vigo is not, but still feels the need to get there and make that known. Yeah.
Well,
'Cause,
I am
you know,
entirely titterpated. I can't wait to see how we all come together. And rumor has it that we may have another joining us down the road, if I'm not mistaken.
what did you
our
call her?
next-
Shatterkai.
Shatterkai?
Shadar.
Shadarkai.
Kai. No, it's 2 words.
Shadar-kai.
Kai.
Cool. We'll have one of those. It's going to be weird because we had to switch with tabletop turntable, so we're going to be off for
Oh yeah.
3 weeks.
Next week will be
which isn't
tabletop
great,
turntable,
but
and then
we'll get 2 weeks in the next 2 weeks in a row. July 1st, July 8th will be our next 2 sessions of The Crypt Has Opened on tabletop turntable. And then when we come back on July 15th, we'll have a special guest. Yay!
very excited. And come hang out this Saturday. I'm going to be running a one-shot, the first Tales from Ascensia, that is going to detail a point in Ascensia's history. This session is called Into the Red, and I'm not going to share any more details. Other than that, it's going to be super fun. Come hang out. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I got nothing else. That was great. I hope y'all had fun. I sure did. For Katie, James, Meg, and myself, may the dice be ever in your favor and never stop playing.
Night.
Bye, everybody.
Doodle.